Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Standing on Sports. This is week 8 of us, and we're going to do a recap of week 5, week 6 rankings, and then games to watch in week 6. How y'all boys doing?
Doing
Doing
good.
good.
Yeah, hey, as we shot at the same time. No, doing good. Waiting for the alumni to come back into town. I can see Sean. David, are you coming?
You know he's
Ow.
not coming.
Man,
Yeah,
you're
no, I'm not
so
going.
lame. But I get to see Sean this weekend in person.
Yeah,
Let's go.
no.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
I'm busy.
You
Yeah.
lame. That's what you are.
Yeah, that too.
We had a very interesting week of college football.
We did.
Can't say it's the same for next week, but
Facts.
Yeah, no, there's some good games. I mean, honestly, like get it started with this week. Should we just start with the headliner? Let me pull up the rankings. But should we just start with the headliner of Georgia, Alabama?
Yeah, that's where we have to start, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, honestly, that was such a good game. I mean, Alabama was running away with it in the beginning. They allowed Georgia to come back, but Alabama just looked like the better team the whole way through for the most part. Jalen Milroe, Sean, that was a good Heisman pick. Not gonna lie.
yeah, I know he's definitely up there right now.
I mean, this had to have been his best game of his career, I think. Right? Like he did throw the pick, but like other than that, he was kind of.
I mean, the pick honestly wasn't even really. He probably could have thrown a better ball, but it bounced off his receiver's hands into the Georgia hands. So I mean, like, I don't think it's that bad. He led Alabama in rushing and obviously passing. I don't know. He just looked dominant. And this is like a question I have for y'all. Like, where do y'all put him now? Like, and I know it's like going to NFL a little bit, but like with like draft talk of like the top, there's probably like 5 QBs up there for like first round draft picks. Like, let's think: Milroe, Carson Beck, Quint Ewers, Cam Ward, and Shedeur Sanders. Like, where do you like put him? Like, do you put it like is he higher up on y'all's list or like?
He's
What are y'all
2.
thoughts on that?
He's 1 or 2. I mean, he has to be after so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, I would have him up there too.
It's top 3. I'd say I think there's a pretty like set top 3 in Quinn Ewers, Cam Ward, and Jalen Milroe. But it's all gonna be about how Quinn Ewers plays when he gets back. If the injury like is still lingering and all that.
Do you have to let it linger?
I think this game in itself like knocks Carson Beck down and definitely brings Milroe up. Because I feel like Carson Beck, like we haven't seen him show up in big games. I mean, I know the big game at the beginning of the year, Clemson, Georgia, but like to be fair, he didn't really have to do anything, and he didn't really do anything in the first half, anyways. He seems like definitely a second half QB. Like he has to like settle in before he can like be good, and we saw that in this game. Like I mean, they had 7 points in the first half. So
the crazy thing about this game is the fact that like defense wasn't real. As like kind of what I wrote down. Both teams had over 500 yards of offense. Like that is not what you expect when you go up against a Georgia. Georgia's supposed to have a lockdown defense that doesn't give up anything. They give up 500 yards.
Yeah.
Both teams. Like Carson Beck, although we're crapping on him, he threw for 440 yards.
But okay, like he turned it around. But at the same point, it's very hard to get a team motivated to go into the second half when you're up 28.
Yes.
So like statistically, it happens a lot that teams get back into it in the second half.
I don't know. I mean, for sure. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I was also going to say like it's the game plan completely shifted from half 1 to half 2. I don't have any like super specific things. But I was looking through drive by drive for Alabama. First half, they were like 60%, 70% passing, and then in the second half, it was like the opposite. It was like 60%, 70% rushing.
Yeah, and I hate playing conservative, especially like if you're playing a top team like Georgia. Like, I don't like Carson Beck, but that whole team is going to be in the NFL. That's just how it works.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Dude, Kalen DeBoer era.
Hey, I told you.
Yeah, you did. I'm not gonna lie, you did. I was a little skeptical, but I mean, he's a good coach, and honestly, like Alabama is Georgia's kryptonite. I think they're 45-3 in the last since 2021, and all 3 of those losses came to Alabama.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. And the last thing I want to say about like this game too and this kind of like goes into another game to talk about somewhat. Honestly, I think the two best wide receivers in college football are freshmen, Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith for Ohio State. They're just so much better than like it seems like everybody else. Like Luther Burden has kind of fallen off. I feel like you don't hear much about him. I don't even know how to say the guy on Arizona's name, but I feel like since week 1 he had that 300-yard game, nothing since. So
you don't know how
I don't know. Ryan Williams, 17 years old, and that 75-yard touchdown, insane.
What's crazy is he's a case. He's not even 18 yet.
That's a wild statement, Sean.
No, I mean you're
not I'm putting it actually perspective, you know.
I mean, no one was thinking that, but you can think that.
You could think
a little bit about you.
All right, some people think inside the box. I'm always outside.
You know, it's good in some ways. All right. Okay. I think it's a good point to move on. Honestly, though, Alabama. I mean, we see the rankings they're number 1. I think they deserve that spot.
Wait, I got. Okay, different game. All
right.
I just noticed this. How does Penn State jump Miami when Penn State? I don't know.
Because Miami should have lost. Probably should have lost.
It's the worst good football team there is. I mean, watching them play football is like watching paint dry.
But Miami should have. No, that's Michigan. Sorry, Michigan's even worse than that. Come on now.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
I can't wait for them to be in the freaking. Oh God, they're both going to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
No, Michigan isn't.
Yeah, I don't know if Michigan is. I feel like there's with the rankings and you kind of see this week in, week out, it's always recency bias. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not till the college football playoff rankings when they really start thinking about previous games. But especially with the AP poll, it's just a recency bias. Because I mean, like we said, a few weeks ago, Penn State almost lost to Bowling Green. I think Miami's better than them, but I think that Penn State had a better win, obviously, over Illinois versus, like you said, Matt, Miami almost losing to Virginia Tech, who lost to Vanderbilt week 1. So I think there's recency bias.
Should have lost to Virginia Tech, depending on what side of the argument you're on, but that's beside the point. I guess.
Ruh-roh. I didn't watch that game, so I can't really say much about what happened or anything. But who do you think? How do you think it went? We can go into that game because it was a good game.
The ball moved on the ground.
The last play was crazy. David, do you know anything about this game?
I know it was a close game. I know.
Okay, on the last play, there was a Hail Mary that was at first seemingly ruled incomplete, but from Virginia Tech, then ruled complete, and then they went back to the review booth and overturned it again and made it incomplete.
Dang, I didn't. Okay. That jogged my memory with a Hail Mary thing. I didn't realize it changed 3 times. I thought it just changed from complete to incomplete.
No, so it was the very first ruling. So the very first ruling, they said incomplete. Then the refs came together and no, it was actually complete. Then they came back and it was incomplete. And the ACC released a statement, I think today or yesterday, saying it was incomplete because of the fact that one of the Miami defenders touched the ball while he was out of bounds, automatically making it dead. Because otherwise, if he hadn't touched the ball, it was a catch because the ball never hit the ground.
Oh, okay. Dang.
So it's, I don't know. So one, drama there, but 2, the fact that Miami was even remotely close to not winning this game makes no sense. Cam
Ward kind of just
destroyed.
Yeah, no, it kind of also just shows how bad how just mid the ACC is. In a way, I mean, they did have a bad. Teams can have a bad game, but I feel just the dominance of SEC and Big Ten right now.
Well, we can't say the Big Ten because Michigan should have lost to Minnesota.
True.
Minnesota had an onside kick get called back for offsides, and no one was offsides.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That was wild.
And if they're the number 10 team in the country and they beat USC Trojans.
Yeah.
It's the SEC versus the world.
Yeah, honestly.
Pretty much.
Another this isn't really a game to really talk about, but who do y'all think is the best team in the ACC? I think there's really only a debate between Miami and Clemson. Do you have any other contenders? Or Sean, you might say Duke, right?
No, that was such a bad. That was so bad.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
looking forward
Miami.
I think it's Miami.
It's Miami.
I wish
but
they played. I mean, they'll play in the ACC championship, but
I mean, Miami has two problems though. Cam Ward needs to stop throwing interceptions, and then their run defense is trash. Like, imagine if they were giving it 7.5 yards per carry for Virginia Tech's top rusher. Imagine them going up against like Tennessee. Tennessee's going to average like 15. Like, I don't know.
Well,
it's just
you know what would be crazy if Miami played North Carolina, because North Carolina has the number 2 running back in the draft. I'm not saying we're good, but if their run defense is that bad.
Sean, you're coping so hard right now.
I'm not coping. I'm literally looking forward to basketball season already.
So that's acceptance. He just accepted it at this point. Yeah, dude. I don't know. ACC. That I didn't watch that Duke game, but I saw Duke was down 20-0 and they won 21-20. Sean, I know you watched that game. Do you have anything to say?
Nope.
Cool. All right. Oh. Hey, we said we talked about it either way. Go back to last pod, you'll see. But all right, another game. Honestly, there weren't that many. Okay, Kentucky Ole Miss. I know this was your.
I told you so that this was a game to watch, and you all shut me down about this game. You said no. This is a stupid game to talk about. We're not going to say anything.
It was a stupid game.
It wasn't. I told you all.
A stupid game.
I mean, you did. You did. I mean, to be fair though, it should have been. It should have not been. But I think this just shows the truth about Ole Miss. And honestly though, in the end, I was kind of rooting for Ole Miss to win, just because like I feel like this is going to give them more of a chip on their shoulder this week when they play South Carolina, which I don't love. But also, I think it just kind of exposes that they may not be the best team. And it's crazy, like them. They have like one of the easiest schedules in the SEC. I think it's them in Missouri.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they could still make the playoffs just because they don't really play many tough games the rest of the way.
It's wild. Ole Miss, they've got like one receiver, Trey Harris. He had 11 of their He had Malik Neighbors numbers. He had 11 of their 18 receptions.
Oh, okay, well there you go. If you want to talk like name to mention besides the 2 freshmen, like Trey Harris will get drafted.
Yeah.
In the first 2 rounds.
Yep. No, Trey Harris. It was crazy.
Ole Miss wide receivers are like kind of a sneaky NFL. I mean, it's really only been like DK and AJ Brown. I'm thinking about it, but I mean, like, I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
But yeah, I mean, South Carolina game plan for this week. We'll talk. Oh, I guess we're talking about the next in the next section. That's on me.
Yeah. Dude,
one game.
Wow, that's all we're going to talk about this game, even though I was completely right and you guys were both wrong. But that's beside.
What you really want to talk about that game? That was such a terrible game.
I mean, I think
like I know you're right, but I hated watching that game.
Question. What are y'all's thoughts on do y'all think that Kentucky is a better team than Ole Miss, because I mean it came close with Georgia. It can't obviously they beat Ole Miss. Like, what does that say about South Carolina? Do you think they just got their their shit together and then they figure everything out?
I think South Carolina was a
there goes our monetization
because we're making money off these, but I think that South Carolina was kind of like a kick in the butt for them to be like, oh my gosh, we got to get our crap together. I'm keeping us monetized, Sean. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
But just like it was like that game. It was like checking them in where it's just like, hey, it's time to get it together. And ever since then, they've played 2 good games against 2 top 10 opponents. Probably should have beaten Georgia and and did beat Ole Miss.
So here's my take on Kentucky. Right, defensively, they can be the best team in the country. Offensively, they can be the worst team in the country.
Vandergriff is
and if he's terrible.
He's so bad.
And for a quarterback who runs all the time, he looks like he's has a broke leg. Like he's terrible. But evidently defense wins games.
I was gonna say the other thing that I'm not actually sure about. I believe here, I'm checking quickly. I don't think Ole Miss had that much pressure on him, and that's way different than maybe not anymore. They had 5 sacks. It didn't feel like they did though. And I guess that's because he had so many plays. Kentucky had the ball for 40 minutes this game. 40 minutes of 60.
I'm saying I can't wait for Kentucky to play Penn State and a bowl game.
Bro, I think Penn State can go to the playoff.
No.
I don't think they're good enough for the playoff. Oh, does it get tough? I haven't looked at it. Oh, also, this is in my notes. I forgot to bring it up earlier, but I'm gonna put the shades on for this. Dude, I went 6-0 this week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I'm still tied with the fans though. But 6-0. And that being said, we can transition to one of the games that we picked. UCF and Colorado. Bro, Sean, what are you talking about? You're like, I'm on that UCF bandwagon. They're doing good.
Well, Colorado, Colorado is not good. But
dude, I think they are.
What they did was run the football. It's amazing what happens when you don't throw the ball 90% of the plays and people know where you're throwing it. You know,
I don't know, man. Well, they destroyed him, and they were like 13.5-point underdogs. Dude, look, this might be a little bit of a covered, but okay, but dude, they could win the.
No, they can't. No,
yeah, they could.
No, they can't.
Dude, who's good in the Big 12?
I remember at the beginning of the year, you gave me a list of teams that were. You're like, oh, if it's not Utah, it's Oklahoma State. Have you seen Kansas State?
Dude, have you heard yourself, bro? You said the beginning of the year, things change. Like the Panthers, we get better. The Gamecocks. Did we think after Old Dominion we were going to be good? No. Things change.
All right, let's pull up. I'll pull up Colorado's schedule and I'll list off the teams they play, and I want you to tell me if they can win this game. Not if they can, but will they? Oh God, their next game is against Kansas State.
They could win that game.
No, they can't.
No.
All right.
Will they win that, or can they win that? A big difference.
They can. Wait, are we predicting?
I said will. Well, obviously we're predicting that game.
All right, bet.
But that's next week. Actually, we may. I don't know. We may have to make the graphic like 20 games next week. Next week is loaded
games.
So we'll do.
What do you mean? Next week is the.
Oh, you mean like
no, like yeah.
Okay.
No, they play on the 12th. My bad. I forgot today's the 1st. Okay, so they play Kansas State. Do you think they will win that game?
I think they can.
No, that's not what we're asking.
Y'all, hey, this is the same thing I was saying last week about UCF.
No, it's not. This is UCF would get clobbered by Kansas State.
Clobbered.
All right. Anyway, okay. Next game they play at Arizona, who just upset Utah.
Bro, Arizona is so like up and down. I feel like.
So what's Colorado?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like these aren't like guaranteed win. Like, okay, there's no team. I think the Arizona-Utah game showed us that there's no like dominant team in the Big 12. It just depends on who's going to show up and be the better team that day. Arizona's had some bad games. They've had some good games. Kansas State, they've had some bad games to good games. I mean, honestly, right now, obviously the favorite for the Big 12 is probably BYU, considering like the only undefeated team.
It's definitely Kansas State.
Bro, literally BYU just rolled Kansas State last week.
Did they? Did they play?
Yeah, it was like
about that. Why do you think Kansas State dropped so much?
Oh yeah, because I made the comment that their quarterback is Jewish on a Mormon football.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like how that's the thing that reminds
you. That's the thing you remember. That's crazy.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All right, and just to close the case, they also play Utah and Oklahoma State.
They play the top 4 teams.
They play
the top 4 teams.
All right. Well, realistically, they can win 2 out of the 4 of those games.
And that does not mean they're going to win.
And that does not put them into the.
If they go 4-0, they might still be behind BYU.
I don't know. Let's see what BYU plays. All right. New game. There's 2 more games to talk about in my eyes. My sunglass eyes. Another game that I picked over y'all. Louisville, Notre Dame. That was a good game, I will say. I mean, Notre Dame was like up the whole. Notre Dame was up like the whole time, but it was a good game. Yeah, dude, that Louisville QB, like I will say like he's pretty good, but Riley Leonard's better. That's all I got.
Well, I don't know. That's like, I don't know that.
Bro, I don't know if we can call 17 for 23 for 163 yards better. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, I think he's okay. I don't mean that game necessarily, but I think just in
looking at this box score, this game makes no sense.
Welcome to Notre Dame football.
Like, I'm so confused. Like, I don't know how Louisville lost this game looking at this box score.
Well, they played behind for the whole game.
We had Notre Dame scored 21 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I didn't think their offense had that.
Yeah, and then they were kind of shut down. They scored
they scored 10 the rest of the game.
Yeah.
My takeaways, right? Notre Dame, the only game they have left that's really significant is against USC, Trojans.
Mm-hmm.
They can make the playoffs. Louisville, I'm not out on them. I still think they have a chance in the ACC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not out on them either. But that's a game that you want to win because I will say though, they play both Miami and Clemson the rest of the way. Besides that, realistically, I think they win every other game.
I don't know.
But the thing that sucks for them is that you wanted to win that game if there is a tie break for the ACC championship between Miami.
Notre Dame is not in the ACC.
I know that, but they could. Okay, that's a good point. I didn't think about that, but Clemson, they want to beat Clemson or Miami. If they win one of those two games, I think they're in the championship. Because they'd win.
I think realistically, they have to win both. Because right now, Clemson and Louisville are both one-loss teams. Yeah, if Louisville.
What if Louisville beats Miami? They beat Miami.
Yeah.
If Louisville beats Clemson, they beat Clemson.
Yeah. Louisville also closes the year at Kentucky. I'm not putting it past that they lose to Kentucky.
I would predict, if you ask me today, I'm predicting that Kentucky wins that game. If you ask me today.
That's right. It's also wild seeing that Stanford is in the ACC.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Honestly, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah. It's literally that, Stanford, Cal, and SMU are literally bottom feeder teams.
SMU. Now Florida State's a bottom feeder team. Did they just get rolled by SMU?
Yeah, but I meant okay, financially they bring nothing to the table. They really don't.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Football in any given year, Florida State's better than, except for this year.
The ACC is honestly just taking anybody at this point. Nobody wants to be. I think the ACC, if there is a next conference to go, is them.
Yeah, probably.
Because the Pac-12 is getting 4 new teams next year.
Yeah,
I thought the Pac-12 was dead. I'm so confused.
No, it got revived.
There's Washington State still, and who's your team there? Arizona State.
Literally,
Oregon State.
That's dead.
Oh, Oregon State.
That is so dead.
It is dead.
Well, we
already know the Pac-12 championship.
They added Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Gonzaga today.
Oh, Gonzaga. Interesting.
Yeah, San Diego State and Utah State.
It's a lot of states in there.
Every state.
Yeah.
Every state.
Cool.
Gonzaga State, baby.
I don't even know they have a football team.
All right, these can be quicker points, but dude, Texas A&M is not. Dude, I feel like they're not that good.
They're not.
I'm not saying Arkansas is terrible, but dude, I feel like A&M, I don't know, they kind of remind me of USC last year. They make every single game close. It's hard to tell how good they are because they'll even make it close against a good team, but then they'll also play it closely against a bad team.
I think all around they're just not good. The issue is though, they play their tougher games at home.
And College Station is hard to play at.
Yeah.
So.
This is true.
So
and then Washington State, Boise State. Dude, Ashton Jeanty has to be in the Heisman.
He's the Heisman runner. He's number one.
Yeah.
I think it's him and Milroe. and then Cam
Him,
Moore.
Milroe, and Hunter.
Oh, and Hunter, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's any other defender could win it in the last few years, it's definitely this year. Because Travis Hunter is like on another level of playing right now. And then
yeah, but he's also a receiver.
Yeah, and also I do feel like they're going to take into account like how good your team is. I feel like Colorado needs to like finish with a good record, like ranked, in order for him to win it. I feel like they're not going to give it to a guy.
They have to be top 25 to get in. Like it's not like proven, but like it's definitely in the back of.
Also, like if Gianti wins Heisman on like a non-Power 4 team, that would be like I would love for that to happen, but that would be insane. I feel like that just like puts him down another tier of like chances just because of that, which sucks for him. But
I mean, he is actually ridiculous.
We love him now, but he's about to be a
what?
He's about to be a Kansas City Chief next year.
Dude, I don't think he's gonna make it to them. I think he's gonna be a top like 15 pick.
Running backs will not go top 15.
Dude, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs 2 years ago.
What happened?
I think he's an outlier. I kind of like how they were, and he like
averaging 10.4 yards a carry is pretty damn insane.
That is insane. How many touchdowns does he have this year?
He has
a lot.
4. Wait, no more.
And we had 4 in one game.
Oh, so he had 4
he had 6 touchdowns in the first game, so he's at 13 touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, that's only rushing game and receiving. Okay, no receiving. The only thing that could hurt him is he has no receiving game, and a lot of people are looking for a hybrid back now.
Yeah, I mean, oh, you mean like getting drafted?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's valid. I feel like that is something in the NFL. Like people are turning more towards like that dual back that can do everything. Last game before, I guess we can like take a deep dive in the rankings as well, but like Oklahoma State, Kansas State. Do y'all want to talk about that game? I feel like Kansas State kind of just controlled the game the whole way. Oklahoma State overrated.
The only thing I'll say is Oklahoma State's over, like their season.
Alan Bowman's trash. Sad.
Yeah, get a job.
Good, but he's trash.
Yeah, wait, how was he again? Like 20?
He's like 27.
This is his 7th year.
Jeez.
Yeah, and we're 22
it's not paying off. Dang. That's tough.
He's bad. Kansas State dominated the second half. The first half was fairly even, then in the second half they just came out and outscored them 21-7 and just made it look bad.
Ain't no way.
And then DJ Giddens, I think that's the running back, was averaging 12.5 yards per carry for Kansas State, which is that's like some insane numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was just a story of one team being much better than the other.
Yeah.
Or coming to play. But so I think
True. Yeah, and I guess like with the rankings, is there anything that y'all like super disagree with or anything?
Put South Carolina at 25. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, I mean,
if Texas A&M is there,
dude, if we beat Ole Miss this week, we're definitely ranked.
Yeah.
Oh show. I think the SEC championship right now. I mean, obviously it would be Alabama versus Texas. That'd be such a good game. But Tennessee, I feel like it's like a sneaky team.
Tennessee at 4 is bold. I think that team would lose to Georgia. I think the team would lose to Georgia, right?
Tennessee would lose to Georgia.
Like I think that they took this loss on Georgia a little bit too harshly, especially considering how they came back.
I think it's like I said before. Like, I think it's recency bias.
Like I agree. That's why I'm disagreeing with them.
Also, I think you could say that Tennessee hasn't necessarily looked bad in a game this year, but I think you can't necessarily say Georgia hasn't looked bad in a game because, like, I mean, the week before that they played Kentucky, almost lost, and then yes, it was impressive to come back against Alabama, but the fact that you went down 30-7 at halftime is also like I don't know. I feel like it's hard to find a bad thing about Tennessee, and I think Georgia's kind of like open themselves up to like seeing some weaknesses, seeing some holes. I don't think their defense this year is as good as it has been in like years past. Because I mean, obviously, like didn't their whole defense go to the NFL basically? So they got to rebuild that. I mean, Carson Beck seems like a nice guy, but I do think he's overrated coming in this year being QB1, I feel like he didn't show that last year. And like I mentioned before, I feel like when big games happen, it takes him like he needs like halftime to feel really settled in the game, which isn't going to win you the big games.
Nope.
So yeah. I don't know. I'm not too hard on Tennessee, Georgia, like that ranking, but I also could just see it. I could see next week Georgia being higher than Tennessee. They do play in like mid-November though. That's gonna be a good game. It's at Georgia, so.
Oh, I'm hyped for that. I like that. That'll be good.
Wait, Tennessee plays Georgia.
What do you say?
Tennessee plays Georgia.
Yeah, they play Georgia.
They also play Alabama.
Yeah, they play Alabama. That's mid-October. That's like that game's will be a month apart. The Alabama, Georgia, and like and then
I'm a little bit. I will say I'm a little bit surprised that they put Alabama over Texas. Like I know Texas didn't really play anyone this week, and Bama beat Georgia, but the fact that Alabama let Georgia come back, I thought it was going to make it so that they were going to be number 2, not 1. You know,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised too, but I'm not like.
I'm not upset. Like I get it.
Yeah.
I was very surprised to see that when that came out, because the way that they almost blew that game.
Yeah.
Like, if Ryan Williams doesn't come in there and score a crazy touchdown at the end of the game.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like that, like all the momentum was in Georgia's favor, and then Ryan Williams did that. So that's a whole different conversation. But they got Oklahoma, then they got Georgia.
How did they get Texas A&M again? Like Texas A&M plays every tough opponent at home. How do they do that?
It's because everyone loves going to College Station to play.
Oh.
All right, let's get into next week's games.
Oh, it's so bad, man.
It's not a good slate.
Should we just hop right into? Do we even want to talk about the Friday games? I don't think there's anything to talk about.
Yeah, no, we got to. I know you don't want college football, so you wouldn't like.
No. All right, I guess there is one. Okay, the Syracuse UNLV game.
Yeah. Okay,
that's the game you want to highlight. I know Kyle McCord was your dog of the week a few weeks ago.
He is, and Syracuse is still good. UNLV is now ranked. That's crazy. But if they
despite all those like internal issues they're having with NIL and everything.
Yeah, I mean, how are you? You have Las Vegas in your name and you can't pay players? Like you are the state that literally. Yeah, that's crazy. But they're undefeated. This is their last non-conference game. If you want to be a Group of 5 representative, you got to win this game.
This is true. I think in the predictions I've seen, it's between like, and I agree with this. I think this game's gonna be really telling, but it's like them and Boise State right now for that Group of 5 team in there. I can't think of another team. Low key, maybe Army.
Army and Navy are undefeated. If they go into the Army Navy game at the end of the year undefeated, that's gonna be like.
That'd be insane. That'd literally probably be for the what the.
Give me JMU. Give me JMU in here.
I don't want to talk about
it.
Hey,
I will say I'm gonna put a prediction right now. JMU's quarterback enters the portal and goes to a Power 4 conference.
Oh,
or JMU joins a Power 4 conference.
They don't have the money.
No, not yet.
You have to have $35 million now.
Oh wow! I didn't realize there was like an actual like price tag kind of thing. Do you want me to share my screen with the games, or do you want to leave the rankings up?
Yeah, let's share your screen with the games.
We also got to figure out what games we're predicting. There's not really.
I thought we talked about this yesterday.
Well, we talked about. We got some. We got. I think we'd add the Syracuse UNLV game. I think that's not a bad one.
I'm down to do that one.
Yeah,
I need to. I think people are gonna be like, "Why the people?" Like other fans are gonna be like, "What is this game?"
I promise you,
they're gonna have no idea who UNLV is.
I promise you, this is actually the 4th best game this week. Like, it is so.
Wait,
bad.
put it on FBS, not top 25.
I don't honestly. Yeah, I don't hate this team. I don't hate that. So okay. That being said,
David, go back up. Go up.
Oh! I didn't know you were talking to me. My bad.
Yeah. Well, you're the one that. Okay.
I don't know. I thought. Okay. I don't know. Dude, I'm
right.
so. Oh, Techno.
The Sun Belt baby.
0-4.
Playing at Troy.
Jacksonville State. All right, where are we at? Yeah, Syracuse.
Yeah, I think
who is UNLV played?
No, they play good teams. Well,
Houston's not good.
I take it back. They play teams that are in good conferences.
Is Kansas good this year? I don't.
They're bad.
They're bad. They started ranked.
Yeah, I was just saying they were ranked for like 2 weeks, and then they were
because last year they ended the year like top 15. They were really.
It's crazy. That's also a crazy thing too, because I remember like they were known for like being like the worst team in college football, like FBS.
Yeah.
And Syracuse's one loss was to who?
Jordan.
Stanford. That's a bad loss.
That's a terrible
That's a bad loss.
And that's an ACC loss.
That's tough.
So
okay.
bad.
Dang, that actually kind of changes things. I was kind of leaning towards Syracuse, but now I don't really know.
Like Kyle McCord is a difference maker. However, UNLV has better wins than Syracuse, and Syracuse has the loss to.
Yeah, but Syracuse, I don't know.
I know more about Syracuse. I like Kyle McCord.
Is Allegiant Stadium like actually UNLV's actual home stadium?
No, that's no Allegiant Stadium.
Wait, isn't that the Raiders?
Play. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Play. Yeah. Oh, real quick, this is a college football topic, and I think it might have been Kansas too. Did you know that Kansas said that they're playing 4 games this year at Arrowhead Stadium?
What?
You know who didn't agree to that?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Yeah. And guess where Kansas plays this weekend? Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah. And that's tough because like they're also like bad too.
Yeah, so that's interesting. We'll tangent there.
Appreciate that, Sean. All right, so Syracuse UNLV. I'm going
Syracuse.
I'm gonna go Syracuse as well. Who are you doing, Matt?
Oh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. I wanted to go Syracuse, but I think wait. What's the record? Sean, count it up.
Oh,
I think me and the fans are tied for first, and then y'all are tied for second, obviously, or last.
I think
I'm 20-10, and y'all are 18-12.
Yeah, y'all are. Yeah,
I'm 18-12. Oh, we're turning this thing around.
There's no way he's 18-12.
There's no way I'm 18-12.
There's no way he's 18-12.
Okay, my bad. I might be bad at math. Or I also did that a few days ago, but
I was gonna say this will make
17. He's 17 and 13.
What are you? Also 17 and 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think.
Oh no! I'm about to. Oh no.
Oh, okay. You know what? Let's take UNLV then. You know what?
I had
some interceptions.
I had a 6-0 week this week.
We know, we heard.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that you're gonna come back down to earth. You know, like I'm.
Dude, I'm not. Dude, I'm on. I'm. Yo, y'all think I know the least amount about college football? Yet here I am. Actually, it's funny how like probably like the fans and myself who know probably the least amount are like the highest.
I hate this guy.
I love that.
You really gonna disrespect the fans like that? That's wild.
All right. Well, I see who votes on the polls, and I know half of them do not.
And I'm going based on what Sean tells me because I don't see the polls. Also, if the fans see this, we love y'all, and that's all I have to say. Well, they're also going off what we're saying, and so maybe they're choosing the opposite of us because they all listen.
That could definitely be a thing they do.
All right. Well, are we Iowa, Ohio State? Dude, honestly, dude, Ohio State is like going under the radar, but they look really good.
They've played no one.
They have played no one. Actually, when do they even actually play somebody?
They have played a negative amount of teams this season. Like,
oh my god, dude! Next weekend is going to be the greatest weekend of football.
The greatest weekend of football.
Oh, and they play at Penn State. You know that's going to be a whiteout.
Well, you already know.
Yeah,
we're predicting this game, or
no?
Or do y'all
no, that's going to be murder.
Also,
here we go. Here's the game.
I saw like week 1 Iowa, like it was the first time like 3 years that they've had 3 passing touchdowns in a game. I'm pretty sure like at this point in the season they still only have 3 passing touchdowns.
Well, you know what happened, right? Their head coach was suspended for that game.
Oh, for the week 1 game?
Yeah.
That's actually tough.
That's why they threw the football.
They had their best offensive game and then they fell off.
Yep.
And then their coach came back. All right. Ole Miss, South Carolina. Dude, low-key, okay, this is obviously biased, but this has got to be, like, best game.
A 9-point spread is actually insane. After the way Ole Miss has played.
Yeah. Well, do you guys know what the Kentucky spread was? Minus 15.5.
Yeah, and me and David were like, that's such a low spread.
Anyways,
no, I don't. If Kentucky's defense stops them, Carolina's defense is even better.
I mean, this defensive line is about to eat.
Oh,
dude, and we're coming off a bye week.
Yeah, everyone's mostly healthy.
I'm picking South Carolina every game this season.
I need triple coverage on Trey Harris every play. Like, actually.
Dude, and I hope Juice Wells, man. I hope he looks like the worst wide receiver of all time. I want him to have like negative receiving yards this game. I want an AC. I'm just kidding.
That's messed up.
Don't even get that in the universe. No, I don't wish that. Yeah, let me knock on some wood. Anyways, no, it seems like actually I'm not gonna say anything good about him either. But especially Ole Miss got exposed by Kentucky. I think that's gonna have them coming into this week with a chip on their shoulder. But at the same time, if you look at Ole Miss's schedule,
they played literally below nobody.
But look what's next: LSU and Oklahoma. So I could see them and we're not ranked. I could see them focusing a lot more on these games, like the players at least. Obviously, the coaching you're playing for like a week, but like players we can beat South Carolina. They lost to LSU, whatever. We're worried more about the next week. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's real. Like going into a game, like with that kind of mindset. But at the same time, they did lose. So I don't know. I'm picking South Carolina no matter what. What are y'all's thoughts?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm also picking South Carolina, but at the same, I'm a little bit worried because if we don't get pass rush and we actually give Jackson Dart time to throw, it could be.
He's gonna cook this secondary if we give him time.
If Dylan Stewart and is Kennard playing?
Yeah.
Oh, the other big piece of news: Lenore Sellers is expected to play. I made sure to look that up today to make sure we had that.
I think they knew that all along. That's why they had Ashford play against Akron.
I mean that was a good play too, going into the bye, giving him an extra week to rest. Games sold out. I saw that today, so it's gonna be good.
Is it sold out?
Yeah. I requested my ticket at the last minute. I almost forgot to request a ticket.
Did you get student section?
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you get
Sean,
lower?
are you going or?
The tickets aren't out yet.
Oh.
Okay.
But I will have lower.
Sean, are you going?
I don't have a ticket, but I'm working an angle.
I was gonna say just go watch at People's. Like it's
But that's not as fun as being at the game.
No, I know.
Oh yeah, no way, dude. At 3:30, I feel like 3:30 is a good time too, man. Dude.
And it's 76 degrees. Oh my god.
I'm so hyped.
All right. What's the next game on your radar?
Do
you want to talk about Duke Georgia Tech, or does that make you cry, Sean?
I don't actually
Missouri Texas A&M is my next game.
I agree. This is another top game. Honestly, I think this is like a battle of I don't know. I feel like A&M and Missouri both haven't really shown us something. And this is
but Texas A&M has actually played people. That's the interesting point here. Like they've actually played people. Who has Missouri played? Texas A&M has had two or three hard games now, right?
I know they
not like top tier games, but they've I think had 2 or 3 hard games now. I believe. Oh, was it just one? Oh, I thought it was 2. Oh, never mind.
Really, just Notre Dame.
Yeah, I meant they did play Bowling Green. That was a hard game. But yet again, they're at Kyle Field.
Doesn't have more than 900. He still doesn't have 1,000 passing yards yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Luther Burden to throw to, and Luther Burden isn't even their.
No, I saw it say, Luther Burden's not even the leading receiver on that team.
Wow. Their offense is just not like it was last year.
Yeah, and that's wild. And it's at Kyle Field too. That makes us even more. Oh, A&M stretched the win by 2. Wow.
Yes. Did you not see my notes of the fact that A&M's favored?
I did not see your notes.
I mean, it's because they're.
Because playing College Station is impossible.
It's because they're at home again.
They're at home again.
So who are y'all picking?
Dude, this is tough. I picked first last time. Y'all go.
Matt, you go first. You picked last.
Yeah. No, I will.
Yeah, Matty Ice.
I hate picking Missouri off a double overtime against Vandy. Like, I hate picking Missouri.
Hey, Vandy's up next.
Like, I hate that. But at the same time, I think I have to go with Missouri. I can't. Texas A&M does not have an offense. So, Missouri.
I am also going Missouri.
Are you trying to keep the 6-0 alive, David?
I'm not gonna lie. I talked all this.
To be 6-0, you have to pick the right team.
I talked all this crap about about A&M, but y'all picking the same, and especially it's at Kyle Field. I think this is A&M's time to put up or shut up.
Oh my God, I've heard that for the last 2 or 3 years that this is their time to show up.
But at the same time, if they're playing any other SEC team that's ranked, I'm picking that other SEC team. But this is a game I'm picking A&M.
You're picking A&M.
You're picking them over Oklahoma?
No. I said no. Okay, I said that wrong. I said
you're picking Ole Miss over A&M.
No. Yeah, I'm probably picking Ole Miss over A&M,
but not Missouri. That's interesting.
I think Ole Miss beats Missouri.
Oh, I can get behind. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Well.
Yeah. Wait. So what's wrong with what I said?
Oh no, I just think I don't know. I can get behind that, but I don't know. I think Missouri still beats 6. But
also, I gotta say, the tickets being $78. I think A&M's got this game.
What?
That's nothing to do with anything. But I'm picking A&M.
Okay.
They're 2-0 in the SEC.
Yeah, who in the SEC?
They've also played nobody. It's in Arkansas and Florida, but. Also, I just want to be different, so I'm picking A&M.
That was my UNLV pick. Don't worry.
All right.
Jeez, these games are so bad this week.
Yeah, they are. What was the next game that was on our list? Dude, it's so far down.
These are so bad. Oh,
Rutgers, Nebraska.
Are we actually talking about this game?
What do you mean? Rutgers is undefeated and Nebraska coming off.
Has Dylan Raiola? No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the only reason, but they're good. Who did Nebraska just lose to?
Oh, they lost to Illinois. But that was 2 weeks ago.
That's right. Yeah. Are we predicting this game?
Are we predicting? Dude, we're at it. We need
give me Vandy to upset Bama. Give me Vandy to upset Bama. No,
all right, we will predict that game just so you can say that.
Yeah, dude, just to give me.
I'll take the easy Alabama.
Yeah, me too. Oh, wait, what are we talking about? Rutgers, Nebraska?
All right, we'll table that one. We'll table it.
I don't know anything about Rutgers. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, this would have been the huge game of the week.
It would have been the game.
And then Florida's become the worst team in college football. UNL Monroe, JMU. Oh my gosh.
Sneaky Tennessee, game. Arkansas, Tennessee. Yeah.
Arkansas is not winning that.
Sneaky game. USC. Oh no. Wait, did you go by Washington, Michigan?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to. That game is not going to be close.
No. It's down. It's down. David, it's down.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
David.
My bad. My mic's muted.
Man's just.
His mic's muted.
Man's just straight ignoring us.
Oh God, they're on Peacock. Jesus Christ.
It's on Peacock, so no one's gonna watch this game.
Actually, I
don't. Oh wait, this is a college. This is a championship rematch.
Yes.
Wow, that's
these teams are.
That's crazy.
These teams have fallen off. Or I don't know. Are we picking this game? I mean, I feel like it's 2 big name schools. You should do it.
I think you should definitely pick. And I also think
it's the defending champions.
The Washington quarterback has Loki had a really good season, and no one's talking about it.
Will Rogers.
I watched your offense do absolutely nothing against Rutgers on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they lost to Rutgers. Dang.
And they lost to someone else too. I don't even know what. But Michigan's Michigan.
They are. I don't know how good Washington's defense is, but if they can stop the run, they're gonna win. But I am gonna pick Michigan.
Washington's they're allowing 128 rushing yards per game. I wrote that one down. and
that's not a lot.
That's not a lot, but that's also like look at who they've played, and it might be looking a lot more once they play Michigan.
Yeah.
Let's see who they've played. Okay, yeah. That explains it.
That's a crazy schedule. Oh god.
I mean, it's amazing what happens when you lose your starting quarterback and a full NFL receiving core of receivers to the NFL.
Like, and you're like great head coach.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. This one's not too much to talk about. It's going to come down to Michigan's still going to throw the ball like 10 times, and whatever his name is going to have like 80 yards passing, and they're going to run the ball like 40.
His name's
you don't know it either.
No,
oh wait, no.
I
know
what
Orgy.
it is.
Alex Orgy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say.
Yeah, man's going to have like 80 yards passing. And it's going to be a 250 rushing yards, and they still might lose. So, but I'm going to pick Michigan.
Hey, instead of a Diddy party, they can just go to an orgy party.
That's great.
All right. Anyways, Sean, who you picking this game?
Wow.
Michigan.
Cool. All right, we're on the same page. I think that's the last game we really need to talk about. We're already at 50 minutes.
What? And also, we're not at picks yet, but there's literally no more games to talk about.
What? Texas Tech plays Arizona.
That's not a game.
You guys hate watching late night football.
Dude,
your bedtime is like 10:30.
You're not.
I fall asleep during the games, but I still like the teams.
He said, "I like the TV on in the background."
I do.
Man falls asleep on the couch watching the game.
I do.
Dude, those tickets are $12. These tickets are $12.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's go to that game. All right, then what's the wait?
I was just saying no, Sean, talk about it. Talk to us about Texas Tech.
Yeah. Tell us what you want us to know.
Texas Tech has a really good offense, but their defense a little lacking. Arizona is a very, like David said, an up and down team. But again, I believe that Arizona has more chance to win the Big 12 than Texas Tech. And to do so, you have to win these games. Arizona's offense has not looked good, but against a bad defense, they need to look good.
Are we picking this game?
Well, do we have 6 games?
There's no other games to pick. We're at 4. We need 2 more.
We're at 4.
We'll pick this game, and then we'll pick another. We'll find
another. Oh man, I have no clue.
I don't know either, but just to be different, I'm picking Texas Tech. Patrick Mahomes' alma mater.
Yep, that'll do it. Yeah.
Arizona's coming off a good game. Give me Arizona. I think they'll keep riding the tide.
Cool.
I'm going Arizona.
David, I'm picking like differently from you on everything this week.
What? Yeah, I mean, hey, I went 6-0 last week, so
all right, let's find a 6 game real quick.
Hawaii, San Diego State.
Oh no, we can find a funny one. Let's pick a funny game.
Let's pick some random game that looks decent.
Louisiana Southern Met. We need to be like a close game though too.
How are we
like a close in record? Like a close in record.
Louisville, SMU,
East
maybe?
Carolina, Charlotte. Oh, we do Bowling Green, Akron.
Oh wait, that's a crazy game.
But we're all going Bowling Green, right?
Yeah, SMU, Louisville could be interesting.
Oh, we could do Western Michigan, Ball State. I disagree. We don't know anything about it. I don't know anything.
I don't know. People are trying to see that graph or the poll come out, and they're going to like,
no, that's gonna get us. That's gonna get us comments.
Being like low key serious. Do SMU Louisville. Like,
no, but we already did at Louisville. Let's do something crazy. Yeah,
I'm down for Western Michigan.
Ball
dude, why are these tickets?
Wait, why is it 121?
Okay, wait, fine.
Bro, in Temple, UConn is $6.
Wait, are we picking like an 0-4 team? Is that what we're gonna do?
Well, they're both 1-3.
This is 1-3 Western Michigan versus 1-3 Ball State
on ESPN Plus.
That's.
Wait, go up real quick. Let's see if there's any.
I got Jacksonville State and Kennesaw State on Friday.
See, all of these are real teams. I don't like that.
Pittsburgh, North Carolina. Do we want to make it?
No.
Let's pick that game. Let's pick Pittsburgh, North Carolina.
No.
Yes.
That should be a good game.
It should, but it's not gonna be.
I'm down to pick this.
I think that's the game we should pick. Honestly, I don't know anything to talk about this game. Give me Pittsburgh.
Oh my God, the over-under total is horrendous. Holy.
Dang. 63.5 and Pittsburgh by 3. Yeah, I'm picking Pitt.
I'm picking
the freshman quarterback that looks like a 30-year-old.
He's a freshman?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Holy crap.
Are you gonna pick against your college, even though you went to South Carolina?
I'm picking North Carolina.
Oh,
dang, it's gonna be a good week for us, Matt.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the lowest ranked person.
I hope.
All right. Well, at that point, I think that's a good way to end the episode. Once again, like always, thank you for joining in. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. I said that wrong. And keep standing on sports. Peace.